Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I can able to hear you.
Okay, fine. So, can you please tell me about yourself?
Okay. My voice is audible clearly.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, okay. I'm working as a software engineer in software company with 1.5 years of experience. I'm currently working as a backend developer with technology like Java and Oracle and servlets like that. I'm
So,
my on my
total
main
5 year experience you have.
1.5 years experience.
Okay, so what are the project you have done as of now?
Basically, we are. I'm working in a support team called a reports team. Basically, we literally working as a design like usually use INET design, crystal clear design for designing reports because we are working in warehouse management. Uh, and that's all from my side.
Okay, so project domain is related to any specific
Alan,
thing.
yeah, Alan and the NFI and the CA like that. We are working on that.
So, what is exactly your role in that project?
Yeah, basically my role is that the client give a sample that we want to design as per client sample. So we basically use POXL inheritor or INET crystal clear to design that sample, and we will achieve it using Java and deploy it in UAT and production.
Okay, so what are the process you are following while getting any story or any tickets? What are the process you follow to move those code to the in the productions or whatever other environment?
Yeah, okay, we are basically not using Git like that. We are basically having our resource, our own platform like called the Sims. Okay, and normally when we are getting a ticket, we will check with a VA person. Basically, our team is in India and also they are in USA. So if we check with the VA person, project coordinator, and after that we will open the ticket and start to initiate and also provide the ETA for that, and we will deliver within the given date.
So it's based on the sprint iteration.
Based on that,
Sprint iteration.
yeah.
So what are the
Spring,
life cycle of a sprint?
no, spring means,
A sprint, which is like moving your ticket from initiate to the EDA.
yeah, yes. Basically, when we get the ticket, we will check whether it is a bug and error or enhancement. Basically, it is a bug and error. We don't give any effort estimation. If it is a change request or enhancement, we will usually give the effort, and if it is approved by client, then only we can initiate the changes. And after that, we will change the ticket type as open, and if we deployed in UAT, we will change the ticket status as in UAT, and after that, client will check in UAT, and if the client will tell please promote to prod, then only we can move the changes to production.
Okay, fine. So
Yeah,
let's
okay.
move to the Java. So in Java, if I ask you like 1 to 10, how much you can give yourself as a rating?
Yeah, I will give it is around 6.5.
6.5. Okay.
Yeah.
So can you quickly tell me like what are the major concept which you know in the Java?
Yeah, okay. Major
So
concept
what are
I
the
know about.
topics you are aware about it?
Yeah, oops, and after that collection, and also about the futures of Java 1.8.
Okay. So in OOPS, like what is the use of encapsulated class?
The encapsulation is nothing but process of hiding data and the data matters in a single, similar to the capsule.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So do you know like why we are using the interface and a strict class in our project and when we are using it?
yeah, normally we will use the interface when we are defining in an interface. We can use only abstract class. Okay, the definition will be defined in a subclass only. So while defining interface in a detail, we want to extend that interface. After 1.8, if you use annotation at the functional interface, we can use only abstract class. After if we does not use the at the functional interface, we can use the static methods as well as in default method in a functional interface.
So Java 1.8 onwards, we can write static or default method also.
Yes.
Okay, what is the benefit of it?
Benefit of is if you are calling interface means the static method will also be called and the default method will be also called in called as per my knowledge.
Okay. So do you have idea about collection?
Yeah.
So what is the when we see concurrent modification exception? Did you see anytime?
No.
Okay, fine.
I have not gone through concurrent modification exception in log as of my knowledge.
Okay. So any idea about like how we are using the or when we are using the hash table or concurrent hash map?
Yeah, okay. Normally, you are asking about the concurrent hash map and a hash table or a hash map.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you are looking at a hash map is not a synchronized class, so it is not a thread safe. And if you're looking at a concurrent hash map, it is synchronized. And normally, if we are using a thread safe, then at that place we are using the concurrent hash map. We also can able to convert that hash map by using by using synchronized or a thread class by using map dot synchronized collection method.
Okay. So when we can go with hash table and when we can go with the concurrent hash map.
Hash table, and you are asking about concurrent?
Like I'm asking, like when you can decide I have to go with hash table or concurrent hash map.
Oh, I'm not sure of.
Okay, no worries. Okay, so in collection itself, you have one class called array list or linked list.
Yeah,
So how you decide, like I have to go with linked list or array list?
normally both are from uh, subclass, both are from list interface. If you are using array list when we are if you are searching anything and that place, if you are using a linked list, then the linked list will be faster, because if you are having a node, so the searching process will be speed. If you are adding or subtracting anything, then that place we can use array list.
Okay. So you're saying for searching, we can go with the linked list.
Yeah,
For any addition or modification, we can go with the
array list.
okay. Next questions, like what is the string builder and what is the difference between them with a string?
Yeah, normally string is immutable in nature. If you compare with the string builder, it is mutable, because if you are saying string str equal to Chandrasekhar, it is like a final, so we cannot change it. But if we are using string builder, we can change it. And string builder also, it is I think it is thread safe
Okay.
string builder.
Okay, let's move to the Java 1.8. So in Java 1.8, what are the features you learned as of now?
And the features which I have gone through are
Sorry.
functional interface.
Okay. Any other feature? Okay.
Yeah,
Please share your screen once.
yeah, it's sorry. I am connected only through mobile because I don't know why the system is hanging. So only I have connected through the mobile. Shall I share my mobile? Uh, if I want to that?
You can't write a code, right?
Yeah.
Okay, no issue. So in Java 1.8, you know, like functional interface, any other features I'm asking if you're aware about it.
I could not reconnect it.
Okay. So in functional interface, like what is the basically Java 1. Will do What
Okay.
is this interface? And what is the advantage for it?
Normally, if you are looking at Java 1.8, it will normally, the functionality is used to reduce concise code
Okay. How we can concise the code?
by using the lambda expression. Because if you are declaring anything as, for example, if you are creating a constructor and you want to invoke that constructor, you want to create an object. For after that, creating the object, you want to call that object name by using that. But if you are using lambda expression, for example, if you are using a method, if you have a two argument, if you are string A, string B, but if you are using a lambda expression, you can directly call that method. And also, you don't want to specifically use it is a or to modifier. For example, it is a string because both are string. It will ID a Java compiler can able to understand. If you are using a single line, we can without a bracket we can write. If you are returning in a block of code, you can return it in bracket.
Okay. So, do you have idea about Spring Boot?
No, because our company is only about servers. Because now only they are move, telling that in meeting we are going to move about Spring and Spring Boot. Currently, R&D team is working on that.
Okay. So, your company is planning to move, but as of now, what are the technology you are using in your project?
Technology you asking?
Yeah.
Technology we are using servlet, Oracle, and Java.
So, servlet, Oracle, or Java.
Yeah.
So, how you are maintaining your database connections with servlet in your project?
Or normally we have a base file. Normally in that base file we will create a connection, and that in connection we will specify from which database we want to take, and we have a and it is a public method, so we can use it in if you are we can use by using by overriding in our file.
Okay. So, you are using only one database, and whenever it's required, you are creating connection every time, or it's only one connection you are using everywhere?
Yeah. So if we need a connection, we can create a override that connection method.
Okay. So you are overriding the connection, and again you are creating one more connections in child class.
Yes.
Okay. So what are the process we have to follow to communicate with our JDBC?
Okay. Normally, first step we want to. I
Just I'm asking.
I'm not sure, but we want to normally install that driver. After that, we want to create the connection. After that, we want to close that connection. Before closing connection, we want to send the query to that connection, whether we want to update or perform any operation, CRUD operation.
Okay, fine. So for example, in database, I want to store some employee details.
Okay.
And while storing, I am storing some resume also. Employee
Okay.
in database.
Okay.
So what is the data type for that resume and how we can store in database?
For normally for employee ID, we can use integer. For resume, for resume, it's in PDF form. You are storing, telling like that.
Correct.
Oh.
Just I'm asking like if I want to store some PDF or any file or maybe audio video. So what are the process we are flowing to store in the database?
I'm not about that much of extension that we are storing in the table.
Okay, okay, fine. Okay, so what is the server you are using in your project?
WebLogic server.
Okay, WebLogic server.
WebLogic and as well as JBoss.
Okay, so for front end you are using the JSP or
JSP.
JSP. Okay, so what is the life cycle of JSP?
Um,
Yeah.
Normally, we want to, in a servlet file, we want to define from which file we are referring that JSP. In JSP file, we can define what are the requirement we need. For example, what are the filters or what are the requirement can be written in JSP. And after that, that functionality can be written in JS.
Okay. So my question is like, you have something like life cycle of servlet or maybe JSP. So you are aware about it or not? I'm asking. Along with, can you tell me like what are the predefined object we have for the JSP? Did you use it?
No.
No. So you are working in backend side or frontend side or both?
Back and say normally we are using both JSP and Java both, but we are using a true to my knowledge. We are using we are having a good products. If we are getting any requirement from new things, we will refer the what are the filters that are required. We will simply analyze that code and we'll take that code from and implement in our file. So we are true to my part.
Okay. So do you have idea about authentication part? How we are authenticating the users in our project?
And normally we think we are using the tool called Postman.
Okay. So in your application, there is no any login page.
Yeah, we are using login page.
Okay, so they are maintaining some user details, or maybe they're authenticating the users, then only they're providing the login. So
Yeah.
do you have idea about those process? What are the things they are doing for that?
No.
Okay. So authentication part is very important also. You have to aware about
Okay.
it.
Okay.
And next thing is like you worked on GSP database. So in database Oracle, are you able to write query, create table, all those operations? You are comfortable on that?
Yes.
Okay. So if I will ask you like, for example, what is the use of joins and why we are using it?
For example, joins is mainly used to combine the two table. For example, if you are having the in the A table, if you are having 3 columns and B column, if you are having 5 columns, in both columns you have a called primary key and a foreign key. By using that primary key, we can compare that data and give it a result by using joins. Left outer joins, right outer joins.
So primary key and unique key, any differences?
You are asking about primary key and unique key.
Yeah. Any differences between them?
Yeah.
What is it?
In primary key, we cannot store nulls.
Okay. And unique key?
And unique key, I think we can store null.
Okay. Okay. Moving to the some other part.
Okay.
So what is, do you have any idea about design patterns?
No.
Okay. Do you aware about what is the singleton class? Any idea what is singleton class?
I have not idea. I think I have heard that singleton class can be used by using synchronized keyword. For example, if you want to create only one object, we can use a singleton class. Whether it is correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
So if I ask you, can you create your own singleton class? Are you able to create it?
No.
Okay, nice. Okay. Do you have idea about reflection API in Java? It's one of the major concept and it's very important in the real-time project. Reflection API.
I think reflection API you are asking about streams and maps, filters, predicate.
Okay, so you are talking about Java 8 features, but I'm talking about is reflection API. It's a different concept. Okay, but let it be. What is the use of synchronize or asynchronous? Any differences, you know?
If you are using synchronized, then it is a thread safe. If you are it is asynchronous, it is not a thread safe.
Okay. So for example, if you want to send email to somebody,
Okay.
and our requirement is like just we have to send the emails. So as a developer, they will make those method as a synchronous or asynchronous.
If you want to send an email to someone, correct?
Just send the email. So in that situations, those method we can make as a synchronous or asynchronous. Like here, thread saver is required or not? I'm asking.
I'm not. Could
Okay.
you explain why? Could you explain that?
For example, something I want thread save because it will complete, then only other thread will start
Yeah.
executing it.
Yeah.
But
For email,
here,
it is. Yeah.
sending a email, it's a different task. Just we have to send the email. So at the same times, or multiple thread can go and execute. I don't have any issue. So we can go with the asynchronous in that.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. So do you have idea about like what is the serialization and what is the deserialization? Serialize, deserialize.
No.
Okay. Serialize, deserialize is also very important. Maybe so many interviewer will ask you this question. So prepare it.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. What is the string constant pool?
String constant put is nothing but it is normally created in a heap memory. When you're defining any string, then it will be stored in that heap memory.
Okay. How we are handling the exceptions in our applications? Any idea?
Yeah, by using try catch exception handling.
Okay. So
In
if you
that,
want to
if
handle
you are getting,
the
if your idea that if you are going to get any exception, then you can use that. Then that can be defined in try class. After that, we can catch that exception using catch and the exception and creating the object. And using that, we can e.print tracement. It will going to trace that exception. If we are sure idea that we are going to get an arithmetic exception or null pointer exception, number format exception, we can directly define that exception in catch.
okay. So if I want to handle the multiple exception, for example, in one method, I see like maybe 2 or 3 exceptions I got. It's
Okay.
expected. So how can I design those methods so that I can handle the multiple exceptions? So how we can do it?
We can using for example, if you are we can use multiple try and we can use only single catch. We are using the exception interface by using exception. I think exception is a class. By using defining exception class, we can get the multiple. For example, as per your suggestion, multiple null pointer exception or number format exception, we can it will throw that exception because exception is a parent class. From that exception, we are, for example, null pointer exception, number format exception, or the subclass of parent class exception.
Okay, so you are suggesting solution like one try and give the parent class as a catch block, so it will handle everything.
Yes,
I
I think it
want
is correct.
But I want to handle like multiple exceptions. I have to handle not with one parent class only. Separate exceptions I have to handle, and I have to print separate thing. Log I have to print separate so that the people will understood what exactly happened inside the methods and why exception is happened.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Okay,
Could you kindly tell the
so
answer?
base design is like in the real time project, the people are expecting like you don't want to handle the exceptions with the parent exception directly.
Okay.
You have to handle based on the hierarchy, child to parent, and try to make sure like what are the exceptions will happen. Based on that, you have to print the log so that in the
Okay.
futures, if somebody is tracking the log or they are checking some data like why exception is happened, so he easily understood, okay, because of that exception is happened, this exception we got. But if you give the parent class exceptions and if you handle it, then might be the people will not understood like exactly why this exception we got.
Okay.
So like that we are handling, it's a different thing. Okay, so finally, I have asked lots of the questions and
Yeah.
I have done. From my side, do you have any questions?
Yeah. Could you kindly suggest me whether my interview is good or whether I want to develop my skills because I want to choose my career. Also, could you, if for example, if you are asked 10 question, whether I have asked, for example, 5 question is correct or I want to develop my skills. So that is my question.
Okay, good question. So
Because yeah,
before getting,
you can tell this directly because we cannot hide it because but then only I can develop it because we are working in a support team, so it is tough for me because we have a example in our in our company we have a separate team for database for developing new things for everything we have separate team, so only it is tough to answer all your question.
yeah, fine. So basically, as a 1.5 peer experience you have. So
Okay.
as a 1.5 peer experience, whatever the knowledge you have, it's a good enough. Okay.
Okay.
But still, I will suggest you,
Okay.
like right now you are doing work on GSP or servlet, but those technology are outdated, you can say, because most of the companies are not looking on that technology. And whatever the
Okay.
new project are coming, which is in market, they are going with the new technology, which is a Spring Boot, Quarkus. Okay.
Yeah.
So try to focus on those technology also. Even you are doing work in different technology in your company, but you at least have an idea about the Spring Boot also, so that
Okay.
you can't feel like, okay, I don't know Spring Boot and I can't switch the company. Okay, so you have to be ready. If
Okay.
in the future, if you want to switch your company, you can't sit in one company in that life, right?
Yeah.
So for your futures are ready, I will suggest to go with the latest technology. Try to learn the Spring Boot, yeah, Quarkus, or might be you can try to learn some AWS concept. That is also better. Try to learn something like React. Okay, how it will.
Okay.
GSP or servlets, it's already updated. Only the old project they have, they are maintaining it, or maybe you are saying like they are going to migrate also into the Spring
Yeah.
Boot in the future.
Yeah.
So they will also migrate it.
Okay.
So it's not a, like if you learn anything in the GSP or servlet, it's not good for the futures, but currently you have to learn anyhow.
Yeah. Okay.
I will suggest try to learn a Spring Boot.
Okay.
Okay. Second, I will suggest to learn some React concept.
Okay.
AWS. Okay. And
Okay.
Java, you are good in the Java, so just do some brush up. Like brush up means like, are you planning to switch your company?
Yeah.
When?
After getting hike, for example, getting June month, I am deciding to go.
Okay, so you're planning after June. So
Yeah.
it means right now it's a March. So March, April, May, June. So let's say like you are planning after 4 months.
Okay.
So after 4 months, you can focus on like a Spring Boot, because if you give any interview as a Java developer, they will definitely ask a Spring Boot questions. Okay.
Okay.
And they maybe ask like, hey, do you have at least idea about what is React and how it will work? So you have to be know. Just idea,
Oh,
not everything
yeah.
you know, but idea you have. What is the AWS? So AWS, how it will work, what is the cloud, and how we are maintaining our project on the cloud. Just overview, if you have, it's a good enough.
Yeah.
And
Before
1.5
having a
experience.
yeah. Okay. I'm having a gist about Spring Boot is okay. Before that, I should be well understood and I should have all concept handy in Java, whether it is correct. Because if I give the 6.5 rating as Java, based on answer, could you kindly give based on 10 how much I am in and how much I want to develop?
Okay. So based on Java, I will suggest you Java, you have a good knowledge as of now. Whatever the questions I have, you are able to give the answer of those. At
Okay.
least you are able to satisfy the people 70-80%, not
Oh, okay.
100%. But you are able
Okay.
to satisfy the with every questions or answers 70 to 80%. But if you want
Okay.
to give full satisfaction 100%,
Okay.
then you have to do some brush up. Brush
Yeah.
up
Okay.
means
Sure.
if you tell exactly what is it and how it will work.
Okay.
The people want this thing once. They will not want any definition or something. They just want what is it and
Yeah.
how we are using it and what is the benefit.
Yeah. Okay.
So that is good. 80, 70, 80%, it's a good enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
You can do
Thanks.
the brush up. So
Yeah.
I
Okay.
would suggest you like in collections, the people are asking concurrent has map, concurrent
Okay.
verification exceptions, something like the basic, but something high levels, the new classes which is implemented to avoid the synchronizations and the deadlock, those parts. So they
Okay.
expecting those classes also, like people will aware. So I'm just saying like you have to be aware. I'm not saying like
Okay.
you have to be good enough or expert in that, just aware about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so prepare for the collections good way, and exceptions handling is good only, but they will ask the question. So I will give one more time suggestive like brush up on that. Oops is
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
And try to learn some design pattern.
Oh, okay.
Design pattern.
Okay.
So design pattern is also important because some of the company are asking like, hey, do you have idea about design patterns? So
Oh,
sometimes they're asking system design also,
yeah. Okay. I
but
can able to
sometimes
understand.
design patterns. So as a one point, whatever the experience you have as of now, you have to at least know two, three design pattern. And
Oh,
then after little bit idea about what is the system design, and if I give you one project requirement, how you can break those part as a high level, and how you can break those part as a low level also. Okay.
oh,
So
yeah.
those basic idea, if you have, it's good enough.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Okay. And
Yeah.
next thing is like in the Spring Boot, if you are preparing, make sure to prepare some code operations, try to do it, try to add some authentication, authorization, try to understand like how it will work. Okay.
Okay.
Those things, if you cover as a 1.5 year experience, it's a good enough and you can get easily the noise.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Any other
Yeah.
questions?
Yeah. Nothing from my side.
Okay. One more things I will ask you. Like,
Okay.
do you have a hands-on experience like writing a code, like a logical programming or some DSA questions? Are you able to solve it?
Ah, not so much.
Okay, not so much, but at least if I give you some questions based on the array, based on the strings, are you capable to?
Okay. Yeah. I can capable. I think you can. You have asked that you want to share my screen, but I could not scan my share my screen. But
That's right.
in my, yeah, in your mind, do you have that question? No? Could you kindly tell that because in offline, because in our system we also have a office system that we cannot have the rights to any
Correct.
other websites. So only I could not able to connect to my system.
Yeah, yes.
So yeah.
So I'm just asking like if you have the idea to write a code on the logical questions, that's good enough. If you don't
Okay.
have, I will recommend you do some brush up on that also. For example, if I tell you like, can you write a code for the binary search? Can you write a code for the merge sort? Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you are capable to write those code. If I tell it like, can you do the sorting for some array, or maybe I will give you one string and I will
Okay.
ask, hey, can you write a frequency for that? Can you give me the frequency? For example, my name Prince. And I will tell you like we have it two times PRIN, and I will ask you like what is the frequency of each character? Can you find out it?
Yeah.
So you have to write a code for that and you have to find out. So like that questions, or maybe they will ask like in this string, can you find me the first character which is non-repeated?
Okay.
So like that questions, if you have idea, it's good enough, or do brush up also. And
Yeah. Okay.
if you have time, try to learn some data structures.
Yeah. Okay.
So your future will be good and bright also.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Any other questions?
Yeah. Nothing.
Okay. Thank you so much. Best of
Yeah,
luck.
thanks. Yeah, thanks means for your valuable spending time with me and suggesting new things to learn. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Okay.
thanks. Bye. Yeah, bye.